Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 2013 D1 cent coin. It's a coin you might see every day, but there's more to it than meets the eye. What makes it valuable? How did it come into existence? And what is its worth in the collector's market today? Stick with us as we explore the 2013 D penny's history, its value, and why it could be worth more than you think. Let's start with the basics. The 2013 D penny is a part of the United States Mint's regular series of 1-cent coins. You're probably familiar with the penny's classic design, which features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front side, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, or back side. But the 2013 D penny, like all pennies, is also a small piece of American history that tells us a lot about the country's economy and coinage. First, let's talk about the history of the penny. The 1-cent coin, also known as the penny, was first introduced in 1793. It has undergone many changes in design and material over the years, but one thing that has remained constant is its role as a symbol of American currency. Over time, the penny has featured various designs, from Lady Liberty to the Indian head, and more recently, Abraham Lincoln, starting in 1909. The Lincoln design was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner, and it's still used today, over 100 years later. Now, let's zoom in on the 2013 D penny. The D mint mark tells us that this coin was minted in Denver, Colorado. In fact, the Denver Mint has been producing coins since 1906 and is one of the most important mints in the United States. The 2013 D penny, like all pennies minted since 1982, is made of copper-plated zinc. This decision was made to cut production costs, as copper prices were rising. However, it wasn't always like this. Early pennies were primarily made from copper, but over time, the composition of the penny has evolved due to the fluctuating cost of metals and the changing demands of the U.S. economy. On the obverse side, we see the iconic bust of Abraham Lincoln, facing right. This image has been on the penny since 1909, making it one of the longest-running designs in U.S. coinage history. Below Lincoln's portrait, you'll find the words "In God We Trust," a national motto that has appeared on U.S. currency since the Civil War era. We see the Lincoln Memorial, which has been a part of the penny design since 1959. The memorial is an iconic symbol of American unity and the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Above the memorial, the words E pluribus unum are inscribed, which translates to "out of many, one." This phrase reflects the founding principles of the United States. The Lincoln Memorial itself, built in 1922, stands as a tribute to the nation's 16th president. The design on the penny pays homage to this magnificent structure, which continues to be one of the most visited landmarks in the United States. Now you might be wondering, what's the value of the 2013 D penny in today's market? Is it worth more than just 1 cent? Typically, a 2013 D penny will be worth exactly 1 cent, as it's still in circulation, and there's nothing particularly rare about it. But that doesn't mean it's not of interest to collectors. In fact, like all modern coins, the 2013 D penny can sometimes have increased value depending on its condition, rarity, or any unique features, such as mint errors. Some pennies have been known to fetch thousands of dollars due to mistakes made during production. If you're lucky enough to find a rare error coin, like a double die or a misstrike, you could be holding on to something worth a lot more than its face value. A regular, uncirculated 2013 D penny might be worth a little more than 1 cent if it's in pristine condition, such as a coin graded MS-65 or higher by professional numismatists. However, such pennies typically only fetch a few cents more than their face value. On the other hand, if you're lucky enough to find an error coin or one with special characteristics, it could be worth much more. So, what does the future hold for the 2013 D penny? In recent years, there has been a lot of debate over the continued use of the penny. As the cost of producing pennies rises and the value of the coin itself becomes increasingly diminished, there are growing discussions about whether the US should discontinue the penny altogether. In fact, several countries, like Canada, have already eliminated their lowest denomination coins. While the fate of the penny is uncertain, collectors continue to cherish these coins, particularly those from specific years like the 2013 D penny. Whether you're a casual collector or a seasoned numismatist, the 2013 D penny serves as a snapshot of modern American coinage and the changes that have shaped our currency over the years. Let's quickly go over how you can identify rare 2013 D pennies. The key is to look closely at the coin for any minting defects or unusual characteristics. Some examples of valuable errors could include: this happens when the design is stamped onto the coin more than once, causing a noticeable doubling effect, usually in the lettering. These occur when the penny isn't properly aligned during the minting process, creating a coin with part of the design missing. These are cracks that appear on the die used to stamp the coin, which can leave an interesting pattern on the coin itself. If you spot any of these features, make sure to get your coin professionally appraised to determine its value. You never know, your 2013 D penny might just be worth more than you thought. That's all for today's deep dive into the 2013